Okay, so let's just do a quick run through of the types of backlinks. Now, mind you, this is by in no means a comprehensive list, because there's probably over, like, I've seen blog posts where people talk about like 255 different types of backlinks and 300 types of backlinks you can get. So it's really comprehensive, and this is just a basic list which can give you some kind of idea of what kind of backlinks we're looking at when we're doing our SEO. And by no means is this to be considered a comprehensive list. I will attach a PDF with this video, which will have a more more detailed, comprehensive list, and so you can refer to that if you really want to go into the nitty-gritties. And I will also may have some modules in the future which where I have a look over my shoulder system where I sort of go out there and create some of these backlinks, so you can get some idea on how to go about doing this process. Okay, so the most important type of backlink right now that's very popular is guest post links, and these are just like these are links that these are articles that you write on other people's blogs in your niche or in your industry, or just because they have power, for the sake of getting a backlink. So you go out there, you do some outreach. It could be free or it could be paid. So I'll get to that. But by outreach, I mean you set up an emailing system, or you send an email out to 10 bloggers in your industry, and you say, hey, I really like your blog, and I've left a few comments, and I've been following you for a while now. Flatter them up a little bit so they feel nice, and then ask them like, hey, I read that you also offer guest posts. Like I'd like to be a guest blogger on your site, and you can come to my site and you can see the quality of my content. But how about this particular topic? And maybe you have a predetermined topic, or you can ask them for a topic. If it's in the same industry, then it's going to be relevant, right? The link. But if you've already written the post but you've not posted it yet on your site, you can maybe send them a summary. And if they like it, then they'll say, okay, they'll reply, say, okay, go ahead and send me the entire article. And then you send the article, and then you ask them if you can, with the article, you insert your link. Now, some of them may allow you to insert the link in the main body of the content, or some of them may ask you to put an author bio at the bottom, at the end of the post, and insert a link in that. So it doesn't really matter. Of course, having the contextual link, the link within the post is definitely more powerful than the author bio link. But hey, a backlink is a backlink, right? For now, on a guest post site in your industry. So that's one kind of link. The other is, which is highly popular, is blog comments, right? And specifically niche blog comments, I should say, right here. So you find popular blog posts that have been shared socially in your niche, and you can do that using different tools like BuzzSumo, and there are a couple of other tools, like I think there's Pitchbox, and it'll give you, like, you punch in the keywords, and then they show you the most shared posts and the most popular posts in your industry or on that topic, and then you go to those pages and you leave a thoughtful blog comment over there with a brand mention about your site. So your brand mention could be without the link also. So mind you, that's a mention, just slightly detracting here, but a mention is when you just mention your brand without the link. So a brand mention is like, say if your brand is Amazon, right? And you want to create a backlink. So you could get when you get the backlink with the brand linked, or with the keyword linked, that's a backlink. But a brand mention is when just your brand is mentioned, just the word Amazon or the word Amazon.com appears, or whatever your brand name is, or whatever your brand name.com, and you don't get the hyperlink back to your site. That's still a mention, and Google is looking at these mentions also. The AI algorithm is looking at these and passing down link juice, even though it's not linked, it's not hyperlinked. So when you leave a blog comment, it's important that if you can somehow cleverly craft your blog comment to have a brand mention in there, And of course, a lot of the blog comments allow you to give you a hyperlink. They ask you for your website and they ask you for your name, so you can go ahead and put your personal name there or your brand name, and then you'll get a backlink. But that could be a no follow or a do follow backlink. Nonetheless, it's a backlink. The other backlink is Web 2.0 links. These are from Web 2.0 sites like Squidoo, or WordPress, or Tumblr, or there's a ton of other Web 2.0 links, and I will attach a database to this video, which will list. I think there's maybe about 50 to 60 Web 2.0 links I have in my database, high authority Web 2.0 links, which is a good start because these sites are open for anyone to drop the links. So you have to just go register on these sites, and then you got to write an intuitive post, an intuitive article, embedded with images, embedded with videos, and of course then drop your backlink within the article as well. These are contextual links. They do pass a lot of link juice, but they're not as powerful as the as guest post links, because this is not gated content, right? Google knows anyone can go there and register on these sites, so Google doesn't look for that aspect, but they look for the quality of the content that you're posting, and they're looking also at your profile on that site. If your profile is posting more and more often, you're blogging a lot more with that profile on that site, you're building up the profile authority, then every Web 2.0 post that you make, every blog post that you make on that site gets even more powerful, because you're building up your authority on that site for that profile. So Google starts trusting that profile, especially if you're writing only about that topic. And then the link that you give back to your site or to your client site for that topic gets more and more juice. It has more and more power. Okay, so then there's links from other open sites like Wikipedia, Quora.com, or Reddit. These are Wikipedia is slightly harder to get, and there are backdoor techniques to get the links there, and I will talk about those in my future video. I'll show you exactly my step-by-step process. But Quora is fairly easy, and Reddit is of course moderated, so you need to make sure that you're contributing valuable content to the community, because otherwise the moderators are just going to knock out your page. And then we have sponsored links. You can search for sponsored links within a niche or within popular sites, and the sites openly say, hey, pay us $100, we'll give you a backlink, right? We'll give you a backlink on this page, or we'll write a post about your topic and drop a link in there. Many times they'll just have a sponsored page where they put all the sponsors links over there, or they may even give you a sponsored link on their homepage, which is even more powerful, but then that's going to cost you a lot more. The fee could be a one-time fee for the link to remain there forever, or it could be a monthly fee. Different sites have different policies. So then we have sidebar links and widget links. These are and these could be site-wide also, or these could be specific to only specific sections of a site. So if you're a web designer, let's suppose, and your client says, okay, I'm okay if you put your design by such and such agency as a footer link, or in the sidebar really small. That's a site-wide link. That's like a widget link. It could be footer, sidebar, but it's a site-wide link. So it's not really a contextual link. And so those links are also powerful, but they're not as powerful as they used to be at one time. But and you can have these site-wide links, but just make sure you balance it out properly, right? You don't have too many site-wide links, or you don't go out there and, if your client has a site with 5,000 pages and another client has another site with 10,000 pages, and then you have too many site-wide links, then Google is going to see like 20,000 links coming from two sites, and the rest of your link profile just another 5 or 10 links coming from a few other sites, a few other domains. And it's going to have a link profile like 10,005 links coming from 7 sites. So that's fishy, right? And that's imbalanced. So you don't want to do something like that. And then there's real viral links. These are links that come from content that goes viral naturally, or that you game the system to go viral. And these are also really powerful links. But your content has to be really good. And the way you make the content go viral, the initial seeds that you plant has to be very effective if you want them to go viral. But these can turn out to be really, really powerful. And if your content gets picked up by the big sneezers and they start sneezing and the flu, everyone gets the flu, and other bloggers pick up the content and they start blogging about it and they start writing about your site or that specific post, and they start linking to your site, then you get a ton of link juice and you get a ton of SEO power. And then you have links from social sites and YouTube links and things like that. That's like the natural links. Everybody does that nowadays. So if you have a YouTube channel, make sure you leave a link in each video in the description area to your main site or to your inner site, the inner pages of your site, which are related to that video. Then you have links from social sites. So make sure you interlink all your social sites. There's a ton of social sites out there. Of course, there's a big bunch of social sites where you absolutely need to drop in the links to your main site and make sure you interconnect all your sites and all your social profiles as well as link to your main site. And then you have authority links. Authority links are links from authority sites in your industry. These are really hard to get. They're like guest post links. They're very, very similar to that, and but they're all authority links. So they're like the top sites in your niche, and these sites have a lot of power. Then there's forum links, and forum links is just like basically forum links are user-generated content links. These are UGC sites. So you join, say there are about 4 or 5 forums in the industry, and you're always interacting on the sites, and you set up a signature system for your profile on that forum, and with a backlink to your site, right? So you get that backlink, and if that forum has do follow backlink, then that's all the more better for you, right? But a lot of the forums nowadays don't display your signature unless you participate for a while. So unless you create maybe 10 posts, like they have a limit, and then they allow you to sort of have a link in your signature. So that's another important way. And some forums allow you to link within the main context of the post as well. So you can probably insert your link there as well. And then there's social bookmarks. I don't use this anymore. I don't recommend this. I've written it down, but maybe you want to do it with moderation. So some social bookmarks, link types may work nowadays, but I really don't recommend these anymore. Like maybe Stumbled Upon and some other social bookmarking sites. But I wouldn't recommend you go overboard with these. And article links, of course, I would just like not do them right now. Even though I've written them down, these are not important at the moment. They're not, excuse me, they're not valuable anymore. And maybe these links work as tier 2 links, which I'll get into in my next slide. All these links, I'm talking about tier 1 links over here, and maybe some of these low quality links can be tier 2 links that I use to power up your tier 1 links. And then of course there's the press release links, which is working really well right now for local sites and for local rankings and ranking in Google Maps and the Google Snack Pack. But press releases, basically you go out to some of the press release services like PR Web, and there's a ton of press release sites, and you write a press release, you have a specific event that you want to talk about, or you sort of you make up an event. I mean, it has to be relevant, it has to be real, otherwise the press release site may reject your press release. So it could be any kind of event, like if you got a specific milestone has been achieved in your company. So you write about that, and you write a press release on that, and then you go to the press release site and you submit it. They approve the press release, and then they send it out to all the different news releases and the news wires, and they send it out to Google News and Yahoo News and things like that, depending on what package you purchase. And then you get a link back to your site from those sites. So these are just some of the types of backlinks. Like I said before, this is by no means to be considered a comprehensive list. It's just a starter list, and I will get to more backlink types in my Look Over the Shoulder series. So with that said, I will see you in the next video.